Hey, this is Desiree Cocroft live from my car. I've been in between traveling and speaking in so many different cities and states over the course of the summer. And so I just decided that, you know what, I can't wait until I get home sometimes because I'm traveling so much. So I'm going to do this video in my car. So I hope you all don't mind. I do have my headphones on, so hopefully you can hear me well. But I am Desiree Cocroft. I am your Get Your Life coach. I am a speaker, a life strategist, transformation coach, here to help you get your life today. And I want to tell you about one thing. Now, I know there are many things that you can do to help grow your business, your side hustle, passion projects that you have in your life. But I want to just talk about one thing today. And the one thing that I want to talk to you all about that can help you grow is something that you already know. But the question is, are you doing it? All right. And so this one thing is to be consistent. All right. You probably hear this all the time, but I want to tell you not just to be consistent, but I want to tell you how you can be consistent. And I think that's the biggest thing, is that we know we got to be consistent to see our business, our passion project, our side hustle grow. But how do we be consistent when most of us are working other jobs, or if we are full-time in our business, maybe we're a solopreneur and we're doing everything. And so how do we make the time to be consistent in the things that are most important to us? So the first thing is, in your how, is to figure out, well, what are the things that are in my zone of genius? So you probably heard me talk about zone of genius multiple times, because I've referenced the book The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks a couple of times in other videos about how we need to live in our zone of genius. I've also mentioned an assessment that, if you don't know about it, now you will, called Strength Finders. And both the book or the assessment, or both together, could really help you know and really anchor yourself in what your strengths are. What are the things that are in your genius zone, or in that area that you just have just a natural flow with. Like for me, speaking, facilitating, anything in strategy or motivating, influencing people, that is my wheelhouse. That is my power place. That's my superpower. And so knowing those things helps me be consistent with the things that are going to help. Sorry, I thought I had an issue with my phone. But knowing your strengths and knowing those things will help you be more consistent at the things that matter most. Because maybe you are spending all of your time being consistent in things that you don't need to spend your time doing. Maybe you're trying to learn different skill sets that are really making you move slower on your business, side hustle, passion project journey, when if you spent more time putting more coals on the fire of what you are good at already, you'll see more growth in your business. So how can you create a business, or how can you make adjustments to your business, make adjustments to maybe the side projects or the passion projects that you are creating, so that they can be aligned with your strengths? And so if they're aligned with your strengths, you're more likely to stay consistent, because there are things that come easy to you. Even if it doesn't always feel easy, it's something that takes less thought work for you, so you're more likely going to do it on a regular basis. So how can you take survey of the things that you already do well, that are in your wheelhouse, your zone of genius, so that you can stay consistent? And so an example again with me, because I know speaking, facilitating, sharing thoughts and ideas, motivating others, influencing others, helping people with strategy, those things come easy for me. And so in terms of my side hustle, my business, and speaking and coaching, it's really easy for me to do videos. It's easy for me to do videos on YouTube. It's easy for me to do reels. It's easy for me to do podcasts when people invite me to do podcasts. Like someone just invited me today to do an interview on Zoom, and I can do those things easily. So I can put all of my efforts in that. So once we know what those things are, then it's easy for us to be able to either hire, and if you can't hire, then hire like help. But if you can't hire, like getting volunteer help, or using websites like Fiverr to get some temporary help in the things that you don't know, so you don't have to spend all of your time trying to learn something. Or just getting friends. Like I have a lot of accountability partners and business besties and all of that, and some of them have skills that I do not have. And so I can keep being consistent in what I'm good at, because I have people I can lean on that can help me with the things that I'm not great at. So that's another how to stay in the how of consistent, to stay consistent on the things that you're strong in, is by making sure that you have people or resources that can make up for the things that are not in your wheelhouse. because those things will then get done and it won't rack your brain that those things aren't done. And then you can also stay in your strong suit, like staying in that strong suit of the thing that is mostly your strength, and you'll be consistent in the thing that matters most. And so I want you all to be encouraged in staying consistent so that you can see the things in your business, in that side hustle, or in that passion project that you're creating, so you can see it grow, so you can see it launch, so you can see the end that you have in mind for it. And so another how that you can use for staying consistent is to make sure that you plan. And so if we don't plan, we plan to fail, right? And so how can you make sure that you plan not just huge chunks of time to stay consistent, but even those small chunks of time? And so how can you find what is that one thing that I can do consistently that might only take 15 minutes a day, but over time, doing it 15 minutes a day is going to help you grow more than trying to find 3 hours to get it all done at once. And so how can you chunk something that you need to do into 15 minutes a day, and then consider what is the thing that will take a little longer that I need to have longer blocks for, and where can I put consistent blocks? Maybe it's on Saturday mornings for 90 minutes. I'm only working on this one thing. And when you do that consistently, that project or that piece of what you're doing can get completed over time, versus trying to give us the thought that we need a whole day or a whole weekend to get something done. Now, I have definitely been that person that has taken like a weekend or 2 days or a week just doing nothing else but that can lead to burnout. Like I'm staying up late, I'm getting up early, trying to cram something in a short time frame. I get it done, but I don't like how I feel getting it done. And so how can you just really give yourself some more space by chunking it out? Like, okay, how can I just take 15 minutes and post, or 15 minutes and make some phone calls, or 15 minutes and work on a draft of a document, or 15 minutes to listen to, a podcast that's going to help you sharpen the current skills that you already have. Just those 15-minute things. And then there are some things that'll need larger blocks of time, but even spacing those out so it's not like a 24-hour day, right? I'm going to take 90 minutes and finish X. And that's going to be the thing that I do in my 90-minute block every Friday until it's done. All right. And so that could help you be consistent too, giving yourself permission to know that it all doesn't have to be done in one wipe or one situation. It can be done over time in little chunks. So I hope that was helpful. It is the one thing that will help you grow, is consistency, hands down. And you know this because if you've done anything in your life, if you changed a habit, if you've accomplished something that you deem as something that was successful or something that means a lot to you, it's because you had some form of consistency. And so the how is really, hey, hone in on your strengths. Don't work harder, work smarter. How can you make sure that you're doing something that is really aligned to your strengths and getting the help you need for the things that are not helpful to you, and then making sure that you're blocking time to be consistent, really planning that out so that you can make sure that it's getting done over the course of time in small bites, instead of giving yourself this fallacy that it's going to all happen if you get it done in one day, and then you keep not doing it because you're like, I'm never going to get the time to get it done. So I hope this was helpful to you. Just a little tidbit and a reminder of something that you may already know, but are you doing it? So go ahead and drop in the comments if you are being consistent in the thing that you need to be consistent in, so that you can see the growth in your side hustle and the business. And if not, what are you planning to do? What are you going to do so that you can make sure that you're more consistent in the things that matter most? All right. And so until the next time, I'm dropping things. This is what happens when you do, YouTube video in your car. But until the next time, go and be great, and I'll see you next time.